Hello all, welcome back to our channel. So as we are doing for the AWS certification path for various roles and responsibilities, we are doing as a series. So last video we have discussed about for the architecture role, and this video we are going to discuss about for this cloud data engineer with respect to data analytics. Okay, so this is the data which is taken from AWS official website for these roles. Okay, so let's get into this certification part so that anyone they're going to, in order to proceed for this data engineer role, they can go ahead and learn from scratch, which is provided by AWS. And they can learn it from, so what are the topics has to be covered and what needs to be done and how it will be getting into that particular roles and responsibilities. Okay, basically, for if you ask me what data engineer will do, basically they'll be working in a large amount of data. Okay, so for ETL frameworks and for the big data tools and technologies and for database management system and for data aggregations and data segregations, data mining, data scientist related work. Okay, and for maintaining the data with relational by using the relational database as well as for the non-relational database. Okay, there are a wide variety of roles and responsibilities has to be performed with respect to data engineer. Okay, now anyhow, so these are the basic points which I want to highlight here. So, but anyhow, so what AWS recommendation, and we will go and learn it from there. So, what are the topics covered as part of that, and what path they're given for, okay, in order to achieve this data engineer role. Okay, so someone they're willing to learn for the data engineer, you can go ahead and learn from that by using that certification path. Okay, so what basically they mentioned here for the data analytics roles: automate collection and processing of structured and semi-structured data and monitor the data and pipeline the performance. Okay, so this is basically they would have given for anyhow for the data engineer role also end to end. They need to take up for end to end from start to for segregation, aggregation, for maintaining and creating pipeline and deploying those models, everything. Okay, so this is also one of the full life cycle. And with respect to that certifications, let's see. So what are the certification which is recommended by AWS, so that if someone want to enhance or maybe want to transform their skill from other domain or maybe other technology into this data engineer roles, just to follow this, which is uh, recommended by AWS. Okay, the certification in the sense, if you see the certification path, so you need to start with cloud practitioner, but basically this is for optional. It is not a mandatory. So somebody they want to start from scratch to understand what is cloud computing and what is all about all this kind of this certification will basic concept about the service. Okay, so what service, what purpose it will be using. So why it is using, why we are using that service. That is basically understand about that practitioner level. And for this associate solution architect level is basically for kind of more services which covered, which in an elaborate manner. So you will be studying, you will be understanding so many services, and also you are going to study in a wide variety of services with respect to how to architect those services, how it will be useful for the enterprise applications. Okay, this would be covered pretty much for the associate level. Then the data engineer associate. So basically, whatever the points which you have discussed, so it will be covered as part of this data engineer certifications. Anyhow, will let me show that what are the syllabus which is cover, which should be there in that particular certification. Then we have that security specialty. Basically, for any role which you have taken now, everything would be security is the first concern, right? So that is the reason always security would be in every role, in every technology tools and technologies or any projects. If you take security is the must. So that is the reason always you see for any role if you take security certifications as well as for that security concept will be always there. So if you go for the data engineer, go to this browser and see, just type it for a certified data engineer associate. Then go there. If you see here, prepare for the exam, just click this one. You have that guidance. Okay. So you just to open this, review the exam guide. Okay. So see here for this data engineer, we have that in detail. Okay, syllabus which is provided by AWS. I will suggest to just go through this documentation, one means step by step, so that you can understand what are the services which is covered as part of this certifications, so that you can go ahead and learn for that with respect to that covering those services. Okay, basically, if you go there, exam content, anyhow, you go through this. Just I'll let me show that. Okay, that okay, if you see here, uh, they're covering pretty much some of the services. See, let go there. Let me show you for the scope of services. Okay, so here you see that in scope AWS services and feature. Okay, so basically these are the services. I'm just telling for some of the services. Okay, so Amazon Athena, EMR. Oh, this is for MapReduce, right? Elastic MapReduce, Glue. Oh, Glue is the service for ETL framework. Okay, so these are the leg formation, data firehouse, data stream. Everything would be the C, Apache Flink. Okay, open source service, QuickSight, streaming Apache Kafka. So these are the basically most of the services which will be covering all those technologies which will be as part of this data engineer role. Okay. If you go there and each and service, okay, you just study that services and do some hands-on and practice it. Keep doing the same thing for frequently, and also do some hands-on from workshop as well as for the provided by the digital learning. Okay, so also you see that the training which is provided by AWS also from our official documentation, white paper as well as for the AWS facts. These are the some of the mm, uh, places you can go and learn, and you can expand your knowledge. So you can go ahead and learn the steps one by one so that you can understand easily. So once you have done this, maybe let's move on to the next step. I think okay. So next step would be like, I think which is covered this part. Then we'll go for the next step. Okay. So if you see that preparation steps, so for this, I have taken some of the means preparation where you are going to prepare, maybe which resources you can refer for this preparation. There are, I think, I would not suggest for the people, okay, because many people are having different opinion, and also they can have some they'll be learning from different channels. Okay, so wherever they are comfortable, means you can go ahead and learn it. But from my personal recommendation, and which we have studied and also experienced, so that is the reason I'm just giving this idea. So just that's maybe it's up to you. So you can go ahead and learn the things, right? So I just given for the Udemy courses, like some of the you can learn it from Udemy courses, and also you can learn it from learn.canreal.io. So this is also one of the um, uh, cloud provider academy. So you can there are a lot of cloud resources available, and also you can see here for cloudacademy.com. So here also this is one of the good websites, but it is all our paid version. But you if you can able to means adopt, or maybe or accommodate, or maybe you can use that. And still, if you don't want to, maybe you are not able to afford it, so what you go to, there are free resources available, and you can go out and learn from free resources, and best focusing for the official documentation. Okay, so that is the reason I mentioned, if for the practice labs you can refer for free tier, as well as for the Whizlabs. You can use that for your practicals and labs. And for the practice test, once you have done everything, before going for that examination, always I would recommend, so please practice it some practice from the practice test. Okay, So why I'm saying this one? Because you may understand what kind of questions will come. This is kind of pattern. So how you have the knowledge, maybe. So what level of knowledge you have before getting to this examination. So this is kind of okay. Pre-warm, right? So maybe you can understand how which level you are there, so that you can able to go ahead and attend this exam, or maybe you need still more time to prepare it. So you just think about that, do some practice before going for the examination. Okay. And for the next thing is the certification preparation steps for the documentation and labs. Okay. So this is the official documentation which is shared by this. Okay. So this is the URL. And for the documentation, you can go ahead and this is for the official documentation. This is for the exam objective. And for training and certification resource from there, AWS training, it will be there, skill builders, and also AWS FAQ, and for white papers, AWS forums and workshops. So these are the best, I would suggest these are the best uh, resources out there in that with respect to AWS only is providing all those things. So always it will be updated one. You just go ahead and learn. There are a lot of materials are available, and for each and every services, they'll be providing enough data, means enough kind of data, so you can learn it as much as possible. Okay. I hope you have been cleared it. So once you have done, then you have ready for this examination. So uh, as I told you earlier, so before going for the exam, just do some practice. Then once you are comfortable, then you try to go for the exam. You register for an exam and you go and attend this exam. So it is for both. You can do it via exam center or maybe for online proctor. That's your wish. Uh, Anyhow, so it depends on your nature. Maybe for depends on your comfortableness. Okay. So I think any of the data means the links as well as for the documentation as well as for this resources which already mentioned as part of this for our discussion. So I'll take everything and I'll put it in a description column. So you go ahead and refer it from there. And if you need still more clarification or any clarity required, you just reach out to me or maybe just write it in a comment. So I'll verify it and I'll get back to you. Okay. So this is all about this video. So yeah, so any we are doing for this kind of videos and useful things, what we needs to be study and related to technologies, programmings, as well as for the cloud and DevOps, all those fields. So still I'll be keep on posting this, we are posting those videos. So if you have already subscribed, so just follow this video, and if you are not subscribed yet, please subscribe so that it will motivates me to create more content and stay updated, and also uh, uh, keep studying. Okay, so keep studying for every day so that you can also upgrade yourself and also see the opportunity, look the opportunity wherever it is possible, and keep on upgrading. Okay, thank you very much. All the very best. We'll see you in the next video. Bye. Take care. Bye bye.